Hello guys, how are you doing? What's up with you? And I welcome you to the best channel, your channel, our channel, everyone's channel, Football Extremists. And what we do here, we don't do violence, we talk football. We take football to the extreme. And today we are talking about what is going around the round letter game in the world. And we'll be taking it beat by beat. Let's go. With me today is the most handsome, freshest, coolest guy in the block, Wale. So, Wale, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hope you're good.
Yeah. I'm chilling. 100.
So, to you, to your opinion and your take about what has been going on on the round letter game, from the Premier League to the World Cup. Just World Cup is starting a few days from now, and your take, the players, the managers, and everything that has to do about the round letter game. So what's your take?
Man, what a time to be a football fan. Like, what a time to be a football fan. We have a lot going on. Like, earlier this year, we've been seeing all the drama with Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest ever to play the game. We've also seen what could be the return of the English Premier League side, Arsenal, in what is going on right now. They have a good, promising run, and we think they have a real shot at the title. And, you know, there's a lot going on in the world of football. So, yes, I can't wait for us to dive in and get to the bottom of all this.
All right. And there are some issues we are going to tackle today. And first, we'll be analyzing the English Premier League. Second is the statement Arsenal has made in England. Third is the Ronaldo saga, and fourth is the expectation from the World Cup. And fourth, we'll be tackling the expectation from the World Cup. So, like I said earlier, World Cup is starting a few days from now, and everybody are on their seats to see and to know what is about to go down or what is going to go down in Qatar. And I say, to me, my expectations are high, really high, because I can't wait for the World Cup to kickstart. So, Wale, tell me, what are your own expectations concerning the World Cup? It's starting 20th of this month, which is on Sunday. And what are your expectations? What are you expecting from the players, from the coaches, and also from the fans? I bumped into something online that some players were dropped. Some are due to injuries, and some, I don't know, maybe their own national side felt they are not suitable for them to play at the World Cup. So what's your take and your expectation first about the players that were dropped?
Okay, so about players getting dropped, you know, this happens time and time again in football. It's a normal thing. So you can see a player with class and quality and you expect him to go into the, you know, tournament and fly high, but there could just be, you know, some, should I say, communication error or flaws, or they could even be poor attitude, like coming late to training, you know, not showing enthusiasm, or even not being a team player. So all these could be reasons players could get dropped. And my sympathy sincerely goes to those players who fell out just at the last minute due to injury that can't make it to the World Cup. Talk about the likes of Sadio Mane, you know, very sad moments. I personally am a fan, and I was really looking forward to him, you know, flying high in this world tournament, you know, the World Cup. But just a week too, he sustained an injury, and wow, I don't even know what to say. So generally about the World Cup, my expectations are high. I expect new stars will be born. I expect some hearts will be broken, because this is football and anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Exactly.
Anything can happen.
And also, before I just drop the mic on this particular issue, I am rooting for the two greatest of all times currently, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. You know, I want to see them go farther than they've ever gone in the World Cup. Because really, we might be looking at what happens to be their last World Cup.
Of course.
And,
of course.
you know, it will just be the icing on the cake for them to come that close. Even if it's to make it to the finals, if possible to win the trophy, you know, I want to see one of the GOATs lift that trophy. So that's it.
All right, one of the GOATs to lift this trophy might be Messi, Argentina, it might be Ronaldo,
Yes.
Portugal. And moving on is the Ronaldo saga. Man, I felt really bad when I saw online. I did not feel bad because of the interview he granted. No. But what really moved me was because of the statement he made.
About the betrayal?
Yes, about the betrayal. And I felt, you know, to me, a world-class player like that, coming out, you know, opening the shell, like, you know, letting everything loose about what has been happening in Man U. The same thing Mourinho said about
Manchester
said the same thing about Manchester. Yeah. Sanchez said the same thing about Manchester.
Yes,
so
correct.
To me, for Ronaldo to come out and make a huge statement like that, it means he has been keeping some fire inside.
Yeah.
Because part of the statement he made was that there are some people in the Manchester United administrative that are longing to push him out. What do you think? Well, just share some light. What do you think about the saga?
Well, personally, I will try not to be biased about this. So I see it in two lights. Firstly, I don't know what the ethics are for football, but I think, you know, as a team player, as a team member, you should always try to protect the image and integrity of your team. And Ronaldo, he's a professional who has played at the highest level of this great, you know, competition. And, you know, him coming out to open all these just shows he has had it to the peak. You know, that's like the peak of his frustration, and he really needed to vent, and he needed to do it the right way. So, you know, coming out publicly on the press to say it, that's a huge blow to Manchester United. Personally, I'm a Manchester United fan, okay? So I'm looking at it from the perspective of the team, saying it might have not been the, you know, most ethical move, it might have not been the best move, you know, for him to put it out like that. But then again, seeing it from the perspective as a human being who has emotions, you know, keeping these things bottled inside can drive you crazy. So I can understand the need for him to come out and say these things. But so quickly, let me highlight some important points. Okay. Point number one, he said since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, there's been no development in, you know, Carrington, the training ground for the Manchester United team. That's very, very bad. Sir Alex Ferguson left about 8 to 10 years ago. Yeah. Yes, and you know, if you are saying there's been no development for 8 years, that doesn't mean there's been no development. That means retardedness. That means the club is going backwards.
He even pinpointed the facilities.
Exactly.
The
facilities. So this is what, you know, one of the things I'm saying. For example, if you don't maintain something, it's not going to stay in the same state you left it. It's going to deteriorate. So I want to assume or take that as the state of the training ground is deteriorating. And that's too poor for a team of that caliber. I mean, Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs, if not arguably the biggest club in the world. That doesn't sit well. And then again, I'd like to talk about, you know, his personal life. So, in the preseason, witnessed something. Ronaldo couldn't make it for preseason, and everybody thought, okay, he was trying to push a move. He was trying to leave because he didn't qualify for the Champions League. So he made it clear that his newborn daughter suffered an illness that had her hospitalized, and he had to be there. This is a family man. We're all human. Yes, family first. And I feel it's really, really poor on the management to not even show any form of empathy, you know, or sympathy towards what happened.
He was making it up.
Can you imagine that?
It really goes a long way.
That alone will be a cloud on him throughout his performance for the season. No wonder he's not performing. You know, he's been a shadow of himself. A lot of people are saying he's aging and all that. No, these things are psychological, and when you're dealing with those kind of things, you can't perform at your best.
Yeah, true talk. So I really felt they should just give him opportunity to express himself. Now that he has been expressing himself, now they should not take it on him, because I felt we are all human beings, so we can't keep things to ourselves for long. So there will be a time that we have to explore, to tell people what we are feeling. So that they will know our pains, and what we're going through.
And then find a way to fix it.
Yeah. So moving on, the Premier League, the most interesting thing is Arsenal. Because
that's coming from me because you're an Arsenal fan.
No. I'm saying it on a neutral ground. I'm saying this on a neutral ground, not because I'm an Arsenal fan. Because no one would ever thought Arsenal would be at this level, because it has been happening. So some seasons back, that Arsenal will get to the top, and maybe like 4 to 5 games they will drop. So this season has been exceptional for them. About some other clubs that are making it to the top 4, like Newcastle.
Yes.
No,
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Tottenham is not a big deal, though. They've been
a quality team.
Yeah, they've been there, going to the Champions League, making top 4. But a club like Newcastle making it to the top 4, and they are third on the table right now. As we speak, they are third on the table. I don't know how they are going to carry this. Maybe they won't be able to carry it for long, but let's just give it to them.
Yeah, we have to.
Let's give it to them for making the top 4 at this early stage.
This season of the Premier League, I must say, is quite an interesting one. Very entertaining, very dramatic. We've seen new players, come into the spotlight. And we've seen teams, like you said, Newcastle, come up from nowhere. Newcastle has always been an average team anyway. It's not like they've been poor. But their campaign for this season, I would say they are doing exceptionally well. Nobody saw them in the top 3. So, and also this season, in fact, this season is quite dramatic. We've seen Haaland in action.
Of course.
Yes, we've seen what he can do to every defense in the Premier League.
I call him Haaland the Beast.
Haaland the Beast, yes. People have been saying he's turning Premier League into a farmers league. And also we've seen the likes of, some teams who we don't expect so much from, like Brentford surprising the champions, Man City. So it's a very interesting season for us. The first half just concluded of the season. I must say, give a kudos to Arsenal for their performance. But I am actually rooting for Arsenal because it's been a while. Arsenal is a top team, but since what's the great coach's name again?
Wenger.
Arsene Wenger. Since Arsene Wenger left, we've not seen much from that side. So I'm hoping those Reds, the North London Reds, can pull it off this time. They deserve it. They deserve the win. So I'm really rooting for them. So let's see if Arsenal can be consistent, when we begin the second half of this season. And like I said, I'm a Man U fan. My boys are trying to pick up from where we left off. It's not been easy, but it's a gradual process. So we have the likes of Garnacho also coming into spotlight on that side. Chelsea is not performing as expected. I wonder what could be wrong there. I think it might be a coaching problem. And Liverpool also catching up. So the top 4 doing what the top 4 does, So let's see. I can't wait for the next half of the season to begin. But the World Cup, I'm just going to sit and enjoy that.
All right. We're still on the Premier League deal, and we are still talking about Arsenal. Like my friend Babs14 on YouTube, he said Arsenal has made a statement, a big statement this season. So this season has been a great and wonderful season for Arsenal. Let's talking about They are signing Gabriel Jesus and some other signing
Okay.
that have made it to Arsenal first team. They're really scoring goals, making assists, making it happen, making the fans, have this belief in them again.
Yeah.
You understand? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Long time.
Yeah,
They're
it
really
is.
making fans all over the world believe in them. Have that faith, that zeal in them that, wow, Arsenal is back. So in a bit, just tell me things you think they've really worked together to improve, things they've left out, players they've left out, thoughts they've left out to get to where they are now. So just in a bit, just tell me what's your take on that.
Arsenal, like I said, beautiful performance this season. First, let me give you kudos to Arteta, the coach. He made a statement. He said he has seen the light. And everybody thought it's just another, cook-up story. But then he proved himself. Indeed, I think he has seen the light. I also like to give a kudos to the management of the team for, cutting off every cancer in that team, with no disrespect intended. For example, Aubameyang, who, was having some attitude issues, which he could have passed on to, the other teammates, exactly. But, they had to do what they had to do and part ways with him, even though he has always been an important piece of that team. So now talking about team effort, like you mentioned, you can see they play as a team. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to see. The Arsenal side, I also want to give kudos to the signings. The management team made smart signings, if you ask me. Gabriel Jesus coming into the team, doing his own bit, scoring beautiful goals, making smart runs, which is what he does best. But one player I would like to commend, he has improved tremendously over the past season, is Martinelli. Martinelli, he's there, he's doing his thing. I personally just found out he was in the Manchester United Academy. I'm like, how did we lose this guy? The guy, he's stunning. But that doesn't take anything away from the other team members. They are all brilliant players. And really, if they keep up with this pace, with this same trajectory they're moving with, why not? I see them claiming the title. I see them claiming the league. They've met with the fiercest in the league, although I would have really loved to see the Manchester City Arsenal fixture. Yeah. But I think they want to keep us on the edge of our seats. That suspense alone is something. So they have only lost a game or two games.
Or just a game.
Just a game to Manchester United.
And one draw.
And one draw, exactly. That's an outstanding performance, if you ask me. And that's something I never expected to see from the Arsenal side this season. I saw Arsenal last season. That transformation, I don't know where it came from. So it's a kudos to the coach, a kudos to the teammates, a kudos to the management. Arsenal, by all means, I would like to see them lift the trophy at the end of this tournament. Their campaign has been massive.
That should be a prayer. And I say amen.
Okay.
Amen. So guys, let's hear your thoughts on this topic that we've analyzed today. I hope we can do this some other time, and I want you to do something for me. Why don't you subscribe and like this channel? You know what? Subscribe and like this channel. Turn up your notification so for more videos. So I see you next time, and stay blessed.